Welcome to this screencast series on completing your ISD Instructional Systems Design Capstone project for your certification. This particular screencast is going to focus on getting started on your project and the analyze phase. The first step that you're going to want to take is obviously to choose a project to do for your capstone. A few things may not tell you in the ISD class, in the workshop. A few pieces of advice. First, pick something small. Don't do a huge 2-week new hire orientation or boarding project or something like that. It's going to take you way too long to finish that with all the extra deliverables you're going to have to do because this is a capstone project. So pick a small training. Pick something simple that's a simple subject that's relatively easy to teach and write a training for. And then pick something that has a clear business objective, something that is tied to, the best thing to do is something that's tied to money, so improve collections or improve save time, because that is going to be required for your project. Okay. Then the next thing to do is to get ready for your initial meeting with your project requester, with the person that's requesting the training. A couple things you're going to need for that is you're going to need your intake form, your customer agreement intake form, a sheet that we passed out at the training. It was called Samples Questions to Ask in an Intake Meeting. It had a whole list of questions that you could ask your sponsor or requester at the intake meeting to get an idea of what it is they're asking for and the scope of the project, the scope of the training project. And if you have some content knowledge, if you're of the subject matter, then you may want to have some of your own questions prepared ahead of time. And then you're going to need to call and get a coach assigned to you. I recommend you do that before you go into your intake meeting, just to get some advice, give the coach an idea of what your project is, or what initially you think it's going to be. It is required that you meet with your coach and get a coach assigned to you once the intake meeting is complete, while you're working on your customer agreement. Coach needs to make sure that you're meeting certain parameters and requirements for your project. Okay. So once that intake meeting is complete and you're going to meet with your coach, you're going to go over the project with the coach and work on your customer agreement form. Your coach is going to help you do a few things, identify who your sponsor and your requester and your subject matter experts are in this training, and if you don't have those things, make sure that you give your requester a call or an email to find out exactly who those people are. Your coach is also going to help you identify a business goal, or a level 4 goal, as we like to call it, with the level 4 evaluation. So those are required things. Okay. And then finally, the last thing you're going to do for the analyze phase is complete your customer agreement. The customer agreement, remember, describes what the problem is and what the designated solution is, and what you are going to deliver to your customer in what time frame, and what the customer is going to provide to you to make sure that you have the tools you need to get the project done. Make sure to have your coach review the customer agreement before you send it to get it signed, because if you get it signed and then send it to your coach, the coach may have you change something, and you're going to have to go back to your requester and your subject matter expert and have them review the new customer agreement and then sign a new one. And once again, remember, you need to identify a business goal and a way to measure it. That's the major requirement for this phase of your capstone project. Is your project must have a business measure that you're targeting to have an impact on with your training. So good luck. be sure to get a hold of your coach as early as possible, and make sure you keep it simple.